So I'm back, and today I thought I'd improve on some more RobTop coins because the video did fairly well, and I also enjoyed making it. So we're back, and today we're going to tackle the next 3 levels in the game. Dry Out, Base After Base, and Clubs... No, I'm just kidding. Can't let go. So I suppose let's just hop into the editor and see what we can do. Now, the first coin in Dry Out it's terrible, alright? It's terrible, because you can't see it, you just have to guess where it is, and then you just fall down, and that's it. You just jump, and boom, you have the coin. It's terrible, so get out of here. So Rob definitely missed a trick with this one, especially as this whole level is built around going upside down. It would have made sense to put a coin in the upside down part. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make an upside down coin if we can. It's a pretty short part. So one of the other coins later in the level I might try and do the same thing to, just to give it more of a gameplay, mechanic learning feel. And looking at it, I can't really find anywhere to sort of extend the jumping. Maybe onto one of these like spiked platforms in the air. Maybe you could like jump onto it. Or what if you go into regular gravity and then go back into the reverse gravity? I don't think it's long enough. Maybe we can extend the regular gravity up to this point and then have it end here. So if we just sort of build more of a... Let's add an orb. They're in the game now. We'll pop one there. Maybe, will you hit your head? Yeah, okay, you will definitely hit your head on that if you jump too early. I like that, I like that. If I put spikes here, it's not going to kill the player, is it? Oh yeah, at the time of recording this, I do have 2 monitors. So yeah, I have a second monitor set up now, and it's going to make just the whole content creation process so much easier. Because I can juggle tasks between multiple monitors. I don't have to just use one anymore. And I do have a third one on the floor. It's not connected up yet, but it will probably go on the wall, and I'll have it as like my stream chat, because I do want to start that at some point. I just haven't got round to setting it all up because it looks like a bit of effort. I've put too many spikes on this floor. Oh, there's no need for this platform, so we're just going to pop a spike on it. I'd say that's a good improvement. It just works better than whatever was going on over here. I'm going to keep this in. If I ever upload these levels, I'll keep this old coin route in. So if you want, you can just jump down, but there's going to be nothing there. Alright, the second coin is, I think you just jump up here, and then, wow, this is like one of the least impressive ideas I've seen. So what if we just extend that up, we keep this coin in the same place, maybe we can have like an upside down thing going on here. Yeah, I feel like we could probably just do this, to be honest. I reckon we don't have to make it go upside down here, because I feel like an upside down ship pop. If you jump sort of earlier, then it's definitely not a problem. You can just go straight over it, which is fine. That's what we want. So now we have the last coin in Dry Out, and it's usually here, and you just fly through this gap here. We can do better, and like I said, I wanted to do another upside down part, and I know just the place to put it, right here. Because who really is going to fly through that gap? You've got all this open space to go around it. So if we just put a gravity portal in the floor, you can only see the top half of it, but if you fly through it and you do this whole section upside down, you can exit upside down. And then we can have it maybe go down this like a staircase. So how many blocks do I need to add here? That should be enough. And then, what, a blue portal here? Do you guys just like ever have the most random thought pop into your head? Like, I was mopping the floor at work today, and one of the tassel things came off because it got stuck underneath a chair leg, and it just sort of got ripped off the mop. And I thought to myself, if we never replace these things, they would all just eventually fall off and get stuck under chairs. And I thought this shit was important enough to write down in my notes. I had to stop what I was doing to say, oh yes, this is definitely going in my Geometry Dash video later. And I completely forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, okay, so I think if we fall off here, then we just hit the spikes and die. So I've extended this out a little bit so you can just miss the spikes completely. Oh, I've just tabbed out of my game. My thought process behind this one, because basically you don't really have to do anything, you just let the game play itself after you've done that, but because you've just done this entire section upside down. And if you're a new player, that's definitely going to be a bit challenging for you, because you don't really get an upside down ship section until Jumper. So, yeah, I think that's good enough, and you can exit from down here, up here, it doesn't matter, you can just make it onto the platform anyway. I'd say that this one has been definitely better than the last three, because with the addition of gravity portals, like here, it's going to make everything so much easier. Once we start getting everything, we can combine them, make better layouts. It's going to get crazier from here on out. Okay, base after base, probably the most forgettable main level. If you ask me to name all the main levels on the spot, I would probably forget base after base, because it just feels like Can't Let Go, but like Can't Let Go, it has the black part, but Can't Let Go just feels more memorable. I don't know, it's probably because I prefer the song. It's one of my favourite songs in the entire soundtrack. And if I do remember this level, I forget Dry Out. There's no fifth level. One of these is level 4. I've been having a little scout around, and why don't we use some of the gravity portals? You know, the first coin over here is, I mean, it's not great. You just sort of go through this gap. So we can do better. And I was thinking somewhere around here. Like, what if we decided to put a gravity portal down here? I think you can just fall into that, right? And then it should swing you up to about here. And you land on top of the spikes. And we could just end it there, but I feel like that would be too short. If we're changing the paths, then we want to make at least a couple of them in the level a bit longer. So I've come up with this like L shape here, and the whole goal is you're supposed to like jump on top of it and then jump down, and you can I think you can either hit the orb or land on the platform, and you can do either of those. You're able to view the bottom of these, whereas down here you can't really see that top part there. You can see like the portals and the orbs. First coin done. Where do we put the second coin? It's definitely got to be in this black area. So what I've sort of come up with here is we've just done the same thing. We've basically just taken what happens over here. When you're jumping along here, you will see these gravity portals, and therefore we'll assume you need to probably get down here somehow to access these gravity portals and then jump along. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this is the quickest one I've done so far. Now for the third coin, you just have to go through this invisible block. There's a lot of that in these levels, and I think we should keep that, but expand on it. So let's place a ship portal here, like in the previous level we did with the gravity portal. You can only see part of the ship. It gives us quite a bit more room, so we can just extend this out to be a full level, really. Now, I'm not too sure. I want to sort of have it come back into the level, but I don't want that to happen in a dodgy place. Where's the hitbox on this spike? This spike here, it looks a little bit janky, but that's because you won't be able to make it through this gap otherwise. Yeah, okay, well, that's base after base complete. And I'd say we've made a couple good improvements. Okay, Can't Let Go. This is my favourite 1.0 level. I like it. I don't know, the song, just the feel of it, I like it. And it's got some pretty bad coins. This one is literally just like the one we had in Dry Out. You just fall off this block here. The only indication that this exists are these few blocks here that you don't land on when you fall from this height. And when I was first learning this level, I always thought, why are they there? There seems to be no reason for them. I think the best place to do it in the first section is here. At these three orbs here, you have to select the middle one to continue. But what if we make it so that if you hit like the last orb, you go upside down maybe, and then you can jump up on these upside down. If we put the blue portal in the right place, we might be able to flick the character onto this pad. Hey, like that. I've placed 2 objects into the level, and it's already better than just that. And like the Dry Out coin, I'll leave this here. The second level has the coin in the ship part, and it's not great either. So I don't really want to move this one, but I feel like we should turn this entire top section into its own little pathway. Okay, I made it so that if you just hold the spacebar or the mouse when you're on this block, then you can make it here without dying to the spikes. Which, because this is only a hard level, we don't want to make it ridiculously overpowered. I think it fits in quite nicely with what we've got going on in this sort of part of the level. And now here comes the coin that everyone hates, the third coin, because it literally makes no sense. You jump here, and then you don't have to do anything, you just fall down the coin somewhere here, and then you just jump on these pads. This purple pad isn't even in the game at this point. Like the Back on Track and Polargeist coins, where there's blue pads you need to use to get the coin, I've removed those from the previous levels because they haven't existed in the update we're working with. And that's something that I need to do anyway as well here. So it just so happens that I'm not going to be keeping this, much to the disappointment of the entire Geometry Dash community. And I'm going to be attempting to improve it, and I'm not sure where to start. It definitely needs to stay within this section. I feel like it's the best place for the final coin. There's just so many blocks and stuff around. It feels like the place to do it. So what I've done here is there's a orb which you have to hit by jumping just after this block, and then by hitting this you enter this blue portal here, and you go into normal gravity for a second, and then I feel like we can just have this play for a bit, and then maybe have the yellow pad go back onto the level. If we move this just a bit more forward like this, we'll be able to make it go through this gap, hopefully. Okay, yeah, okay, so let's make it go back to normal gravity for a second. Whoops, I did not mean to place it up there. Let's create a barrier here. Okay, that's pretty solid for the last coin of the video. I'd say these 3 levels that we've done, definitely a bigger improvement than the last video. But that was inevitable anyway because we were working with a lot less back then. And it's going to get more fun from here, so I will do another video on this if it is received well and you guys like it. So make sure to subscribe if you did like it, because I'm trying my absolute hardest here to make my channel monetized, and it's really stressful, you know. But yeah, that is about it for this video. I do have a couple more big Geometry Dash ideas planned, which I will start work on sometime this month. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Just moving what I've done up here so I can make reference of it for the recording. Oh my god, what have I...